Welcome to You Can Be Healed with Connie, episode 13. Stop blaming others for your problems. Hello everyone. It's been a while since my last episode as I've been very busy finalizing my journal for emotional awareness. And I am excited to announce that my journal will be released on October 1st on Amazon. I will post the link here when it's ready. And stay tuned. So now, let's get started. First of all, I want to make it clear that blaming can be helpful and healthy in some situations. It's not always a dysfunctional reaction. When blame is assigned appropriately, it can empower and protect you. So the kind of blaming that I'm going to talk about here is the unhealthy and chronic one. It is the habitual reaction that blocks your personal growth, breaks your relationships, and gets in the way of your own emotional well-being. You may not often realize you are blaming someone or something because to blame is just so natural for most of people. While you may not be conscious, blaming is something you do to get away from the feelings you do not want to feel. Let me ask you these questions. When you are upset or in a difficult situation, do you often blame someone for making you feel the way you do? In your relationships with friends and family, do you often find yourself pointing the finger? Do you tell others how and why they are wrong, using phrases such as, "You did it, not me"? Or you blame the traffic for being late. Your partner is the cause of your relationship problems. Your boss is why you are not successful. The government is to blame for your loss in life. Someone or something else is to blame always. It takes less energy to blame others than to improve our own behaviors. But blaming is also the most effective way of losing control over your life. And most of the time, you do not even aware that you are blaming. And the truth is, all of us don't want the blame. Who wants to be at fault? Blaming is an act of distraction. When we cannot handle a feeling or a situation, we selfishly want others to take it away from us. We were taught making mistakes is bad. Hence, we cannot or we don't want to take it when things go wrong. Because we don't want to be wrong. Rather than accepting that something is bad or wrong happened to us, we opt to blame others. Instead of us being at fault, we make others take the blame so we don't have to take any responsibilities, which ultimately prevents you from being able to grow and change and keeps you stuck at the place you blame. To be honest, we live in a culture of complaint because everyone is always looking for things to complain about. And there's always someone or something to blame for every single issue. People are quick to judge others and forget about their own actions. The culture of blame is so toxic and has taken over our society, especially spread beyond the corporate world. That's why so many people feel anxious and stressed at work. So, how to stop blaming? First of all, remember this. The more you blame, the more things you are attracting for you to blame. And this is the law of life, and this is the law of attraction, and it's extremely powerful. We are all here in this life to learn lessons. Once we learn a lesson, we move on to the next one. However, if we fail to learn a lesson, we keep finding opportunities to learn it again and again. That's why we have recurring patterns in our lives. If you don't learn how to take responsibility for your own life, you will keep attracting the events that are trying to teach you these lessons. So here's how. First of all, be mindful and make a conscious effort to pay attention to your blaming behavior. When you are able to catch the impulse to blame before it happens, make a pause, be silent, and take few deep breaths. For example, next time when you are late, stop blaming the traffic. I never blame the traffic if I am late. And in fact, people who knows me, they know I am always on time. And most of the time, I am earlier than the scheduled time. If I knew there's going to be peak hours, I would leave my house even earlier than I should. The traffic never affects me. I also don't get annoyed or angry or complain when there's traffic. I heard people always repeating the same sentence. Why there's so much traffic? I hate it. Your complaint won't make the traffic smoother. Instead, you can use this time to have some peaceful time for yourself. If you are with your friends, use this time to have some good conversations when there's no distraction. You can always look for positive things to do under a restricted situation. Remember that breaking the blaming habit is a process and it takes time. Sometimes you may not be able to catch yourself before you blame on any occasions or people. It may take a while before you can catch yourself, but that's okay. It's a very big step just to realize your habitual reaction to blame, even if it is after the fact. The more you practice, the more you will be able to aware the process before it happens and respond in a new way from a different perspective. Next, be gentle with yourself. This is not the time to blame yourself for not getting things right. Instead, be proud of yourself that you are learning to take responsibility of your life. It is all about practice. If you commit to make this effort, you will grow in ways beyond your imagination, and so will your relationships and your life change for positive, and you will have a much more fulfilling and happier life. Another tips I can share with you is believe there's a lesson to be learned. This is perhaps one of the most important steps. Unless you're really willing to learn the lessons, even if it feels uncomfortable at times, you can never move forward. Allow yourself to view the situation as something that can help you grow. Let go of your attachment to the problems. Trying to control or blame the problem, such as your boss, your spouse, your government, your ex, or any other people and circumstances, will only keep you more attracted and attached to it. The people who you blame probably don't care about how you feel, or they have no idea anyway. You will never be able to see the lesson or the solution if you dwell on all the details about what seems wrong. Letting go could come in many forms. For example, seeing the good in the person who seems difficult, accepting a situation for what it is, or seeing the other side of the story. Anytime we let go of our attachment to what went wrong or what could have happened, we create the possibility of growth, and we pave the path for more positive results. Dropping blame allowed us to let go and move on. Being objective when it comes to acknowledging a mistake is how we improve and develop. We don't progress as human beings just to survive and arm ourselves against the world. We need to develop the ability to respond to life and to give ourselves feedback. There's no shame in making a mistake or failing at something. It's very normal. We do not grow by avoiding mistakes, but by realizing their causes and recognizing our weaknesses and limitations so we can break through them. The bottom line is this: those feelings and thoughts may be justified, but it won't help you become successful or happy. Letting go of blame doesn't justify other people's unfair actions. It doesn't ignore life's challenges. But the truth is, your life is not about them, it's about you. You need to stop blaming so you can reclaim your freedom and power. No one can take away your ability to take action and make a better life for yourself. It's easy and convenient to blame others, but it does nothing to improve your life in the long run. All it does is cost you the authority of being in charge of your own life. Blaming your mistakes for your nature does not change the nature of your mistakes. One more tip to increase the awareness, and this is my favorite one, is through journaling. When you take time to write down your feelings or the mistake you made without judging yourself, that can help you release negative energy and to give you more clarity of the whole event, how it happened. You will start to see things clearly, and you can also learn from your mistakes and not to repeat the same mistake again next time. So, how to do the journal? For example, let's say you make a mistake and you are blaming others or blaming yourself. Write down, how did that make you feel? What was that trying to teach you? What did you learn? Was this the first time you make this mistake? If yes, forgive yourself and learn the lessons so you won't make the same mistake again. If it's a repeating once, ask yourself the reason why you are repeating the same mistakes. Again, don't judge or blame yourself here. This exercise is to help you to find out the root. So don't beat yourself up and be gentle, be kind to yourself that you are still learning, okay? And then ask yourself, what can you do to not make the same mistake again? By doing this journaling exercise, you will slowly develop awareness on your behavior and habits. This will eventually help you improve the quality of your thinking, and they will eventually determine the quality of your life. Journaling is a very powerful habit, and you can also use it to manifest the life that you want. That's also why I decided to publish a journal to help more people to increase the awareness of their emotional patterns. And I can't wait to share the link with you once it's ready. I trust it can help you live a happier and fulfilling life. I hope this episode inspires you. Thank you so much once again for listening wherever you are. I'm sending you all love and light. Stay blessed and keep safe, everyone. I will see you in my next episode.